Quack.
Hello, everyone. We have everyone's
Hi.
favorite duck, and the keeper, and myself on our wonderful little island that I'm just gonna kind of.
We got David Tennant.
David Tennant, what?
Y'all didn't tell me.
David Tennant plays Scrooge McDuck on.
That's right, because Catherine Tate plays Magic into Strange.
Does she
or Magic
really?
into Spell. Yeah.
That's very, very entertaining. For
Isn't it great? Donna and the Doctor are back together. What? Sorry.
I think it would have been funnier if they made her like the sister or something, because I think he's got like a sister floating around too.
Yeah, he does. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. No. Their names were supposed to be Jet, Turbo, and Red. I could have been Turbo.
Well, that's Donald's sister.
That's
Scrooge
true.
also has a sister.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I got out of a whole bunch of the stuff that I have for school going on right now.
I forgot I have a pulse rifle.
So hello, people.
Hello.
Hi. We are playing the crafting of mines.
I have not seen a single mine since I've been here.
That's true, Aura. The 10th Doctor did have a doctor in The Doctor's Daughter. Ironically enough, they cast the 5th Doctor's daughter to play the Doctor's daughter, and then she met David Tennant on the set, and they got married.
And
so the
now
Doctor
they're
married the
married.
Doctor's daughter after meeting her on the Doctor's Daughter. Yeah, say that 20 times fast. Holy crap.
I'm not gonna say that once. Slow.
I think they actually have a daughter together too.
They have multiple children.
Yeah, they have multiple children, but I definitely think that
because they're super in love and it's hecking cute. And like, if you insult David Tennant, Georgia will come after you. But if you just say David Tennant is sexy, Georgia will just fangirl with you. It's really cute.
It's true. It's really funny.
Georgia Tennant's great.
Yes.
Listen.
Quack.
Doctor Who, it's a thing.
Quack.
It's a thing.
Quack.
Where is... Uh-oh. Okay.
What?
I don't know. Usually when he starts this random quacking like that, it's because he's getting ready to hop off the edge of the world.
No, he was saying that because it was because of me. It's fine. I knew what it was about.
So,
he was saying I'm being weird.
Quack.
Which is not wrong, but also
Quack.
like...
So we want to build a wizard's tower, right?
Y'all want to build a wizard's tower. I'm building a thing.
Well, I mean,
it's a thing in progress.
I built mountains and waterfalls, so why not a wizard's tower?
Heck yeah. No, I've just got a thing in progress. Back to the thing.
Now,
see, here I've got a funny story.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
All right, peoples. For peoples who don't know or are unaware, I don't know how you could be. You must be new. The keeper is very into the Hogwarts.
Yep.
Oh yes.
And Harry Potter. And so she's all about that Harry Potter life. I am not. So she's been trying to yeet me into it.
Yes.
And
it's gonna work.
I have been sorted into Ravenclaw.
Yep.
That makes sense, actually.
I got a Ravenclaw face mask to wear at work.
Oh, do tell.
So my manager James has been wearing a Slytherin mask.
I mean, I'm a Slytherin.
At work. Okay.
Slytherin is a perfectly good and reasonable house when the person in it is right and not like Malfoy.
Right. So the thing is, so the mask I'm wearing is one of the masks from like Universal that you can get, and I'm sure you can find it elsewhere as well. But like this style of mask, though, James is wearing that same style of mask because he got his at Universal, and he's been wearing it at work like every day. So when I get the Ravenclaw mask, before I go into work, I send him a text saying, "Are you wearing your Slytherin mask today?" And he's like, That's a weird question to ask me, but like, yeah. And I went, okay, cool. And then I sent him a TikTok where it's someone saying the difference between Slytherin and Ravenclaw is nobody can prove that we've killed anyone, so nobody talks about it. There's no rumors about us. And he's just like, okay, that's funny, I guess. I then proceed to walk in wearing my Ravenclaw mask. So my coworker Harrison has not been sorted into a house, but apparently has been making comments to James that he wants to. He wants to be sorted in a house because he wants to get into the Harry Potter stuff. He wants to buy the robes and get the wand and be all fantastical and whatnot.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to be calling me for this.
So James tells me this, and I went, well, you know what we have to do then? Because Wednesday is the only day all three of us work at the same time for at least a section of the shift. So we both wore our masks today. And Harrison walks in wearing his like plain paper mask. And there's nobody in the store at this time. So he walks in and I go, there's the filthy muggle. And he doesn't know how to react because I've never once said anything Harry Potter related. And he walks in and I just bombard him with that immediately. He's still wiping the sleep out of his eyes. And immediately we just start antagonizing him. Because that's how you be with coworkers, you know?
Indeed.
What
That's fantastic.
have I done?
And so now we've just been, and then we started a pool going at work where everyone's like betting on like what house he's going to get placed into.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to win because I always do. And
Could you hear the sigh from? Could you hear my sigh?
A little bit. I think it was the realization of what you've done. Yeah, Aura, so we're on SkyFactory 4, luckily, which means if we go off the world, this happens.
You're perfectly safe. That does not make me any less afraid, but...
You just come out the top. It's like the sky yeeting you into the ground at Mock Jesus.
That was so funny.
Ow!
That TikTok, that was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty good. I very much enjoyed it.
Mock fucking Jesus. Like, that's the line that got me because
That is easily, I think, one of my favorite lines ever in a TikTok is Mock Jesus. Like, when you're doing Mock Jesus, what? Bacon Donuts really did that, huh? Yep. Aura says you've created a monster keeper.
I have. I recognize that. It's fine.
Okay. So I've got grass brewing.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many of my friends secretly want to be into Harry Potter until I just mentioned that MK is trying to get like me into the Harry Potter stuff and how she's super Harry Potter everything, and they're just like lining up. Like, I'm like, all right, done.
I mean, you have, like... I say this not in any sort of, like, cocky way, because, like, there are lots of Harry Potter fans that I know personally that are bigger fans than I am.
I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
Miss Aslan over here.
You have made that lies and heresy. Don't ask.
Go ahead, ask, Chris. Do it. I want to tell the story.
Okay, I do need to know. Ms. Aslan?
No.
All right.
Oh no. There's a can of worms.
It's fine.
You say that.
So before where MK lives now, she used to just live in Hogwarts.
Right.
And
Quite literally for like 60 hours a week. Yes.
Yeah, so like, and she wrote like she is the Sorting Hat. And she tells you where you go. You don't know shiz, all right? She tells you. All right? You don't know a
The
gosh
sorting hat
dang
takes
thing.
your opinion into account. Thank you.
She does not. Fuck you. So
The keeper of the sorting, got it.
and you know she pairs people with their wands and all this fantastical stuff because she just knows everything, and you know, yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. So
I'll answer
she
your
takes
questions in
me
a second, Aura, right after the story.
she takes me to get to. She's like, I could do it myself because you know, haha, I am the best. But like, you know, I want you to have the experience, you know. So like, yeah, let's have this charming fellow do your wand pairing, and it was nice and stuff, and it was fun.
You make me sound like a monster.
He suggested I may be stubborn, and so you know he was a little off his game. But
He is extremely stubborn. Do not let him fool you.
No, he alluded to me being stubborn, and literally MK is just staring at me, just mad dogging me, and I'm just like, I can feel your stare, woman, and
because it's true.
And I told him, I'm like, she keeps saying I'm stubborn, and I keep telling her that I'm not, and nothing she says can change my mind on the subject. But
I don't know if you know this, but that is kind of the meaning of the word.
Madam, I'm telling a story. Please don't interrupt the bard. And so he's pairing me with my wand, saying all these nice things, trees and vines and whatnots and what have you. And everything was fine until he kind of turns to like say something to MK, like kind of explaining something to her, in which she just turns into Aslan, and you know, was, do not cite the deep magics to me, witch. I was there when they were written. And just
it's not even close
just you know, I was gonna say vicious mockery, but straight up just power word killed the guy. Like,
ooh,
just
cutting orders
you know?
to level 1 wizard, huh?
So yeah, you know.
Oh man, that's great.
But you know, that's a Hufflepuff for you.
Yeah, SkyFactory's pretty great, Aura. The buttons.
SkyFactory's really great.
The buttons are here because we were using this to summon monsters on this little thing here and just butcher the living piss out of them, and that way they couldn't land on these blocks here. They because of the buttons. So
because if you fall, it's still inconvenient.
It is very inconvenient. So, but that's why the buttons.
What do I need? What do I need? I need sand.
I don't like sand.
There's the thing. I got that reference.
I'm gonna leave it there because I know someone would have made it. So.
Oh, my son's getting himself in trouble again.
They do that. Those little ones. That's kind of their thing.
Yeah, he got mad because he had to stop playing Spider-Man to eat dinner. I swear to God, that's why he's pissed.
Yup.
So
that's precious, actually.
Yeah. Like, so he's mad because he had to stop playing Spider-Man to eat, and I had to point out that there was a gamer once that passed away because he was so busy playing video games that he forgot to eat and, you know, get water, and we don't want that to happen to him. And he just yelled at me, so it's just like, all right, well, you know what, you little shit, you're gonna eat. Or says can relate.
I just pictured you being like, you know what, you little shit, leaving the room and coming back with the like web shooters and just blasting your kid like until.
If I knew the chemical breakdown of spider webs and I had access to them, I probably would.
I meant like the silly string ones, or like the
right,
water
yeah.
gun ones.
Oh yeah, I forgot those are a thing.
Not liquid concrete.
Here's web in your eye. Wait, what?
Mine was like playful annoyance. Yours is like, and you've lost custody.
Cheese and rice. Why are we allowed? Why are we allowed anywhere near children?
You know, I
Bold
often
of you to
wonder
assume I am. No, I'm just kidding.
that. Or is
That's
it
a
back
joke.
when Spider-Man 1 to 3 with Tobey Maguire? Yep, that was the start.
Unfortunately.
I didn't like Spider-Man 3. But I mean,
Spider-Man 1 had Lucy Lawless in it.
yes, it did.
Also, Willem Dafoe.
Yes, it did.
And I love Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe is a very good actor. If I could be half the actor William Dafoe is. Sorry, Willem Dafoe. I fuck that up every single time.
Well, your son's name is William, so.
That is true. That is very true.
That might have just a little something to do with it.
Thumb.
I'm sure it definitely reinforces it, but you guys are allowed near children. You know, we're as surprised as you are.
I'm great with kids. I sing all the duck songs.
Tony made you a present.
Oh,
It's
there's
not
a
even
there's an
Christmas.
yeah, there's an enchantment book in the thing for you. Okay. I don't know where I got it or where it came from, but it was in my inventory, and I wanted it to go away, so I put
I
it
might have
in.
given it to you.
I didn't make these chickens.
I know. I probably did.
I know I made
killed
one of
all
them.
the chickens. I killed every chicken in the server.
I don't know that you'll actually like what I made you, but I made you a present.
Present!
It's in the big house.
Nice try. You can't throw me in jail that easy.
It has no bars?
Well, Fen
Well, then what's the
already
point?
hates.
No bars, no fun.
Right? I think the time he gently turned down a bartender is probably one of my favorite scenes.
He was so mad at that. And then she just got swooped out from under him, and it was really funny.
Oh yeah, well, not only did she get like she just got like swept off of her feet like immediately afterward, but Ben was just like, "Hey, you have fun," and he's just like, "I'm if I don't see you in the morning, I know what happened." A duck walked up to a lemonade stand and said to the man running the stand, "Hey, got any grapes?"
Nope. No grapes.
And then he waddled away. Waddle,
Waddle,
waddle.
waddle.
And then he waddled away. Waddle,
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Then he waddled away.
Waddle, waddle.
Till
Wait,
the
no, but-
very next day. Bum, 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 bum.
Tony,
Yeah.
you should go up to one of the rooms up here. This one.
I can't fly.
Well, there's a... Sir,
Quack.
follow me.
All right.
Come on. This way.
I'm building the
I made you a
foundation for
room.
the wizard tower.
You did what now?
I made you a room.
Is it the duck room?
Well, I mean, it's a room for a duck.
Yeah, I can drown myself in everything.
It's not tall enough for you to drown yourself.
Oh, really? Then what am I doing right now?
Shh.
Go ahead. I guess I'm not drowning then.
Get out
I guess I'll just stand here because
out
clearly.
of the water, then! Sir, breathe! You know what? Fair. I will make you a potion dispenser of splash potions of water breathing. How's that sound, huh?
Quack.
I can make potions. I've got a brewing stand now.
Ducks can't breathe in the water, silly.
I can make you breathe in water.
That's terrifying.
Weirdly, yeah, I was about to say.
I don't know.
Weirdly, that's just terrifying.
Ba 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 da.
Like, I'm gonna force you to grow gills so you can breathe underwater.
Well, if he's gonna be dangerous about his life,
Let's get dangerous.
sir.
Come on.
Cartoon duck.
You can't even blame me for that.
No, I can't. That's fine.
Yeah, that one was all.
Nor could I really be upset.
There we go. No.
My soup.
Where's my super suit?
Why do you want to know?
I know. The city is in danger. My evening's in danger. Woman! This is the greater good. I'm your wife. I am the greatest good you are ever gonna get. There will not be a time in this life where I do not love that scene.
You know, that movie series was like highly underrated. It was very well done.
I completely agree. At agriculture. Wait.
Quack indeed, or a quack indeed.
A quack in need is a quack indeed.
Heck yeah.
Not where I wanted
I'm
that.
whacking up.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. That scared me for a second.
Why?
Because I went to break the grass block, and it didn't break for a second, so I was hovering over it, and then it just popped and turned into a dirt block. Like, oh, okay. Like, please don't crash, little server. Please,
Yeah,
don't do
it's
that.
fine. It's fine.
Almost done with the foundation.
Those in need, that's puffs indeed.
Quack?
That's the. No, don't worry about it.
Quack.
You got a quack in me.
You got a quack in me. You got troubles.
Little did we know that these are actually instructions to summon Quack Thulu. Wait, what?
You
Release
don't know
the
that.
quacker.
I never told you the secrets to releasing Quack Thulu.
Release the quacker.
I got 'em too.
Ah.
Y'all can't just like sing around me and expect me to not do the thing. You know that, right?
We are aware. Yes.
Right. You're right. Uptown girl. She's been living in her uptown world.
Sir.
Yeah, I just had that. I just keep getting that song continuously stuck in MK's head for like
Yeah,
2
it's.
weeks.
Mhm.
It's become my new favorite hobby.
The worst part is though. The worst part is the part that like honestly I have no one to blame but myself because he'd never seen it before.
Oh no.
So I was like, well, you gotta watch it, you know? Like, so I showed it to him. Like putz.
Aura says, who do I talk to for you to quack all stream, but in the way of Groot talking?
Groot talking?
Groot.
Oh, Groot.
I am Groot. But do I just quack?
Quack,
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 quack.
quack.
I think we had one of
No.
those. Bless you.
I believe so. Thank you.
You want
C'est
one?
una posibilidad. Ah, GPS. Did I? Yeah, what?
Tell you what, Aura, you tune in to the next Minecraft stream, and I will just quack for you.
Yeah.
Quack, 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 quack.
So I'm gonna try this paralysis thing and see if...
I'm sorry, did you just call it paralysis?
Well, yeah. I have to paralyze him. Don't worry about it. It's perfectly
Okay.
humane and safe.
Okay. I'm terrified now.
I just gotta paralyze the thing. It's fine. Or make it
Yeah,
ferment.
you know,
Spider
that
eye.
everyday thing that people do.
Gotta make a syringe. Ugh, I have to make an ender alloy to make a syringe.
There's all sorts of ender eyes in the chest, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know. I just have to do all this stuff that I don't want to do in order to make the thing.
I mean, that's fair.
There we go. Paralysis syringe. Yeah.
Paralysis syringe.
Okay. Yeah, I can freeze something. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
See, the more she says don't worry about it, the more I'm worrying about it. You?
I was gonna say it's kind of the opposite of a thing you say to someone when you don't want them to worry about it.
That's fine. I am not doing evil animal husbandry. Everything is perfectly humane and safe.
Do we need to worry?
I said no.
Well, yeah, but that's what a supervillain would say. I would know.
Have I
I've
ever
been told.
steered you wrong? Have I ever acted in a method that was super villainous?
You are also the Dark Keeper. I will remind you.
No. It's fine. Okay, there we go.
Which I love.
Right.
I love the Keeper shirts, by the way. Those are
I
bad.
do too. I really need to get one of those someday. I really need to do that.
I want to get one for my wife.
Okay.
Yes.
I think this needs a bucket.
At least you have done something super villainous.
Who let the child meddling in the power of the gods?
When have I ever been super villainous, huh?
You threatened me with country music.
You deserved it.
Oh no.
Country music is not as bad as you're making it out to be.
As a metalhead, I will disagree.
Hey, you two need to get back into your pen and stop escaping.
I don't have a pen.
Just because we don't like country music?
Not the hog tie again. Not the hog tie again.
Cheese.
Maybe the hog tie again.
Y'all make it sound like I'm some sort of abusive monster.
Oh, man.
Abusive? No. Kinky? Depends how you use the hog tie.
Nobody knows that for sure.
Oh, man.
Can never truly know.
That is what they tell me.
Okay.
To be fair, I give people their privacy and just don't ask questions.
Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies. When provided with power, it will collect sewage from animals in top. Okay. Well, it should be collecting sewage. Ah! Liquid.
I need rugs.
Okay. So if I take this from here and put it into here. It just does it automatically and I don't have to press any but. That's lovely. Okay.
Did you just say automagically?
Yep.
Yes.
I like it.
Thank you.
Automagically is a fun term.
Absolutely going to use that. How have I not heard that before? How have I not thought of just saying that before?
Automagically?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Weird.
Accepted fertilizers. So if I just give you a butt ton of bone meal and some power, will you do what I want you to do?
I love how she was
It
literally
depends. What do you want me to do?
just talking about sewage like a second ago, and then she goes, "If I give you a butt ton of power," like, wait, what are we doing?
I'm giving a machine bone meal and power.
I mean, fair enough.
Hello.
Quack.
Quick. I'm
Oh shit!
I'm trying to fertilize things.
Like eggs?
Like plants.
Can I see what the others are doing? Yes. Yes.
Sorry, evil mad science mode is a little bit enacted. Please forgive me.
Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to come back to like a crap ton of monsters over here.
It's fine.
All is well here. I can come back for this. Okay.
Hello, sweetie.
Show. What can I do?
All right.
Oh, I need to give you a. Oh, well, that's. I need to make you a range add-on.
Here's our favorite duck.
Where?
How big is this area?
I don't see David Tennant anymore.
Where's your range add-on? 9 by 9. 9 by 9. Okay.
Oh, these are the inferium plants, right?
Maybe. Who wants to know? Who's asking questions?
Me.
Oh, well then, yeah.
And then these are the ender seeds. In the darkest of rooms.
There we go. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. Play. Now, if I could hook up an auto crafter, and then hook that auto crafter up to the bone meal plant, or to the bone sapling, and then have that auto crafter wirelessly transmit items over to a chest connected to that fertilizer, which would be able to tip. But I would also have to make a second. I could do that. I could make it work.
Trying to get the OP armor. Little bit.
How?
I'm just trying to play God. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And pay no attention to the cow on top of the thing.
All this time I was playing human.
Wait, what?
Pay no attention to the cow on top of the thing.
Can I open my inventory again?
Pay no attention to the cow on top of the thing. Can I make a compact cow?
How do I open my inventory?
Press the E button.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, Mom said it's my turn to play God. Kill the cow. No,
Well-
I know better because that's my DM, and I rather like my paladin.
And your DM has the fork you sword.
Uh-huh. Oh God, is that what that is?
No, it just hurts when I use it. Like, hurts
okay.
you when I use it. This is too much of an area. This is way too much of an area. Range.
Yeah, I mean, you got to set up on a pretty wide area, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be that wide. That's the thing.
Part of
I'm gonna
it
try
is
it.
in.
4.
So that front row isn't in the area though.
Yeah, it is.
No, the area starts right after that. Because that's what I ran into with the. Oh no, you're right.
Yeah, no, I
thought
checked.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I built the fence around the area before because stuff and things.
What
My resource pigs over there. Okay.
I need to.
I need to build.
I want to do that.
common
This is
stairs.
just. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. I don't need to do the thing. It is not worth it. Don't be obsessive, MK. It's fine. See,
Don't
these aren't
be
even good.
obsessive. Don't be obsessive.
I do not need to be a perfectionist. I am fine. What I have done is enough. Are these beetroot seeds? Beetroot.
Oh my god, we have crystallized
And
mineral
sulfur
stairs.
dust.
Oh, I'm using that.
Wait, what? No. Well, yeah, but like not those ones. There's more in the computer.
What?
I made plenty. There's more in the computer.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
Why
using.
is there a cow on this thing?
Don't touch him
Why?
No
because
touch-
he's making poop.
What?
Because if
Things
he
you never
makes
thought
the
you'd-
poop, if he makes the fertilizer and then the fertilizer goes into sewage composter, the sewage composter makes fertilizer. And I can use that fertilizer to fertilize the inferium seeds. And the faster I get inferium seeds, the faster I get us magical flying armor that can help us defeat magical things and give us superpower 4Q swords. So,
Okay, here's a flower pie.
thank you, my darling. Yep.
You could almost hear the oh god.
But I have a flower now and it's super cute.
I mean that's fair.
I know where's Chris. I'm gonna give him my rod.
Say that sentence again.
I was just gonna say, are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Chris, where are you?
Go to the north, and you will find me.
Santa?
Fluid crafter. Auto crafter. I think I can make all of those things. Yeah?
There we go.
There's a
yeah.
wall.
Yes, but just beyond that wall is a
Yeah.
pathway.
Just beyond that pathway is another pathway. And beyond that pathway is another wall.
You are
Grapes!
not wrong.
Where did our cellar dude go? There's the cellar dude. How do I get my
Hello.
grape seeds? Grape seeds! Grape seeds, grape
Yay!
seeds,
Oops.
grape. Great!
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
No. He has grape seeds. I know he has grape seeds. Melon seeds, kale seeds, beetroot
Or it
seeds.
says they are an
Soma.
unstoppable, chaotic force.
Who? What?
Ooh.
Or it says
Who?
they are an unstoppable, chaotic force.
Sounds about right.
Oh, Aura is. Aura said I am in an unstoppable. They are.
Yes.
Aura is.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
probably correct. I am just chaotic. It's fine.
I can't get back in now. I'm trapped.
What can't you get in?
Are
Where are
Trapped
you?
outside the homestead.
What happened?
You're trapped outside the homestead? How are you trapped?
Do you not have rocket?
Okay, I
No,
just
he
fall
does
down.
not have rocket.
Oh, he doesn't
Goodbye.
have a jetpack?
Nope.
Okay, I will bring him stairs.
Movement.
Wait.
That's okay. Death is an option. I didn't die.
I was just
Sir,
about to
no,
come
it's
over here
not.
and build you stairs.
Well,
Death
I
is-
tried to take the stairway to heaven,
Wait.
but I slipped and fell. So you know.
Highway to hell it is, huh?
Yeah.
Rocket
Hey,
Man!
What was it we were talking about? Is there's only a stairway to heaven, but a highway to hell. It tells you about the anticipated traffic.
Yeah. You are not wrong.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
There we go. Apparently, if you are hovering, you cannot use stairs.
Yeah, probably not.
I say that this is discrimination from those who have jetpacks.
Well, I mean, it's because, you have gravity has no effect on you anymore. You are outside the bounds of time and space. Where did the cucumber seeds go? Well, working fine. I guess I'll just make them into cucumber seeds. Rude. Beetroot. 8!
LA in a nutshell. Yeah, you are not wrong.
What?
I said LA in a nutshell.
That's a big nutshell.
It is a very big nutshell.
Isn't it?
Y'all gonna be
I
the
made
death
too
of me
much of
today.
this. Why? What? Nah, shh, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Speaking
fine.
in tongues.
Yeah, but only because it's fun. You went into the wrong spot, and that's not where I wanted you, sir. Now I have to destroy you to make you anew.
Yep. Middle management failed again.
Middle management is wonderful. You're fine. Everything is great.
You're
There's
doing
nothing
a
to be-
bang-up job, Tim.
There's nothing to be concerned about.
Everything to be concerned about.
I said nothing.
And I said everything.
Why would you be concerned about everything when there's nothing to be concerned about? Stop it.
It's typically how corporate management runs stuff. One dude will tell you everything's fine. The other one will be,
Nothing's fine.
hey, we're going under.
I'm yelling timber. Get frickin' dunker. You better move.
I'm sorry.
You better dance.
Did you just Durka?
No, I just got mad at a thing and I yelled at it in another language. Whether that language was cartoon or not is between myself and God.
Does anything really matter in the end? I mean,
Yes,
not really.
plenty of things. Lots of things matter. Cynics.
I'm more just a nihilist.
Nihilistic cynics.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I can
accurate.
put my syringe in the computer now. I don't need my syringe anymore.
Is it used?
Yes.
Oh, well. All right. There we go. We have
Make a few of those. I can make a few of these.
No, because in the end, nothing really matters.
Yes, it does. Everything matters. And that has a place, and that has a place, so that has
True.
a place.
Ah,
That has a
shit.
Everything matters. That is why I destroy everyone who slights me in any capacity.
Shh. We agreed not to talk about that. They might start asking questions.
I'm growing grapes. Everything is fine. Nothing is bad.
Just because Skeletor's missing a few minions doesn't mean we're up to something. Everything's fine. What?
What are you missing? Oh!
Should have unionized, nerd.
Crafting bench, crafting bench, crafting bench, crafting bench, crafting bench. Auto crafter. Now, how do I use you?
I think a supervillain with unionized minions, which on TikTok the Panda Red calls them the Goonion. I think that would be the most hilarious thing. Like, Batman comes in and is just like, no, you can't beat them up on any day that isn't a Tuesday. Like, wait, what? Like, yeah, union rules, man. Like, what?
That's like, I think, one of the first D&D memes I ever saw that I still makes me chuckle every time I come across it. Is just, a hobgoblin just being like, you unionized my minions against me? Like, the working class will no longer be oppressed, my dude. Like,
Oh, man.
Combine 2 crafting tables, 2 furnaces, and some modular storage.
Or says the DM failed me as I was referencing liking pork.
Oh, I'm allergic to that.
I think they meant to say Linkin Park.
Oh.
Because the song.
Linkin Park, yes.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
That's a good song.
Oh, I knew exactly what you were doing, but I just was like, should not. bulk packaging with custom recipes.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
See,
Worry about
you say that, and that makes me worry more.
Why would you worry? Of all the people in this room, I am by far the least intimidating.
it. Excuse you, I am a duck.
Of all the people in this room.
Oh, that's fair. You said people. I'm a duck. I am not people.
Yeah.
Quack. Puts gun away.
I am but a duck.
Just a duck with a gun.
Yeah. I'm less intimidating than you somehow. That definitely makes sense.
I'm not a person. I'm a duck.
Package control?
Racing?
What?
What?
You unlocked the achievement package control.
Like I said, stop worrying. What are you worrying about? It's fine.
Not fine.
There is nothing to be concerned about.
Everything to be concerned
nothing is happening, and
Everything is
just
happening.
go about your day.
Come here immediately.
I'm on my way.
You don't. There's nothing problematic is going on. Don't even worry. Everything is fine.
Nothing's fine.
Everything is fine.
Nothing's fine.
The big house is gonna have a giant ass singularity in it, isn't it? Where?
Everything is fine.
Nothing's fine. Everything sucks.
What?
Not really.
What?
Everything is great.
Is this to make
Light!
oatmeal?
Everything is fine.
Nothing's fine.
What does it do? You are making bone.
Maybe.
Me and the DM have the same mannerisms.
Probably. I live on the internet. Arrgh! Oh, okay, that's fine. That's not that bad then.
Oh, that's right. I left that window open because you wanted a way to easily jump in.
Yes.
Trampoline, trampoline, duck on a trampoline.
Yes, Aura, you have a question.
Quack, quack.
Is it okay to drink ants?
No?
I wouldn't like ANTS? No. I would not think. Our trampoline.
Quack.
Quack, quack. Oh, right. Crap. I gotta go this way.
I need to start making better... I need to start making better stuff. Mulch.
Ah, yes.
I mean, it's not going to kill you, but I wouldn't recommend it.
What?
Drinking ants.
They're my drink. It's not that much. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, personally. But it is not my choice to make. It is, after all, your drink.
Whoa, shiny purple things.
Oop, shit. Not where I wanted that. There we go.
Oops.
Okay, I gotta turn that off. Oop. There's a time and a place. There we go. Put that there. Come on. Right. It's a lot harder to just randomly land on a single line like that. There we go.
I need to make better mulch. What mulch level do we have here? We just have brown.
I
Just
think
have brown. We have some yellow. Okay.
we have some yellow mulch, but we didn't make everything yellow mulch because some of it like we weren't running into bottlenecks on, so we were fine.
Yeah, but then I just made one, so it's fine. I probably need a second bonsai for this as well, honestly, if I'm gonna be doing this. But it's we'll burn that bridge when we siege to it, right? It's fine.
Yeah, it seems fine to me.
BONS bonsai.
Bonsai! What?
Precisely. Everything is great. No, really.
See, she tells me not to worry, and then she starts singing that song.
What? How do I make substrate? PRC. I have to make more gas tanks.
She's been living in an uptown world. She's been looking for her backstreet guy.
Why? It's always stuck in my head now, and I have no say in the matter.
I guess you're just stuck. You just gotta your options are either pretty much accept it or stop talking to me. Really.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have to just accept it, but like, you know. Shit.
Edwin's cutting. I know what Edwin's cutting words is now.
Shh. Rude. Just rude. What? Enrichment chip.
Okay. Enchantment tower. Second floor is about a... Hello, River.
Oh, sorry. Forgot to silence. It's fine.
He's fine.
Ironically enough, I just got a email about something called the River Conference.
Ha!
Oh. Gosh dang it, I accidentally put my jetpack in a box and now I can't find it.
Which box?
This box. Oh, that's MK is next to me. One of these purple ones. I was looking in it and I accidentally
Was it steel?
I don't know. It
Put
was
that
a jetpack.
Well, we have the stone jetpack and the steel jetpack.
Well, I don't know. It was a jetpack.
My current jetpack is a steel jetpack, so it was probably steel. Try that one.
What's mine?
No, we have
But why
stone
is it
and
not in the box anymore?
Steel. That's right. Yeah, shit.
because
we
that
passed
box
electric.
connects to the computer, and so it was hard to find outside of the computer. Yeah.
I'm a duck.
You're doing great, sweetie. It's just connected to the computer. It's complicated. It's fine.
Quack?
You're yeah, exactly.
Quack.
That's great.
I'm gonna go eat some soup.
How do I make bigger doors if I want to?
Break the walls down?
I think there's a thing, but I don't for sure know, honestly. How do I make substrate?
That is the question.
How do I make substrate? I need liquid ethylene, which is water and hydrogen. And how do I make hydrogen? Electronics. Electrolytic separator with water turns into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. So I
I
need
just
this.
figured out the
then I
secret
need
to building
this.
stairs.
In a pressurized reaction chamber. So I've got the same with biofuel. Turned into substrate and ethylene.
Here, take vodka and go farm potato. I'ma fish them ants out. Oh man.
Okay. And then I need the ethylene. So I need to make the hydrogen, which means I need this, which means I need this. I mean pulverized gold and pulverized iron.
This sounds complicated.
Nah, it's fine.
Quack.
Yes.
It's just a little bit of atomic science. It's fine.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
It's just a little bit of atomic science.
You remember that where we set up all the buttons and stuff was originally supposed to be where the nuclear reactor was supposed to be, right?
It's not
It's nuclear.
It's fine. It's not the kind of nuclear science that you need to be worried about. It's not concerning nuclear science that can blow up.
Okay, but radiation is a thing.
It's just a little bit of
It's just a little
liquidizing
radioactive.
hydrogen. It's just a little liquidizing of hydrogen. I just need to make liquid hydrogen. That's all.
Quack.
Look, we've got a duck.
Quack, quack.
The duck vouches for me. I'm fine.
Quack.
Duck's like, what?
Duck
Quack.
vouches for
The
me. It's
reactor
fine.
will blow up.
The reactor will not. The reactor is fine.
Quack, quack, quack.
So,
I gotta step away for a minute. We'll be right back.
Okie
sounds
dokie.
good, bud. See you in a minute.
Have fun. Be free. Don't die.
So,
I need to...
I actually asked somebody one time, and maybe, hopefully, somebody that watches this at some point will have the damn answer, rather than just kind of like, oh well, there's contingencies for that. This is not a question to be blown off. Like I was talking to somebody about like nuclear reactors and nuclear power because, like unless like most things, like if you ignore safety protocols, it's usually fine, right?
Yeah.
If you cut corners and you pull all this other shit, it's typically fine, and there's usually no reason not to trust it, right?
Diamond. The blue over here is osmium, right?
Because nuclear
Or is
phobia
that-
is a thing, and let's be real, and there are legitimate fears, so I'm not trying to put those aside at all. I translate duck, and they said you are a food. So like I asked somebody one time because they were talking about the Fukushima incident, right? And how like the reason why it had gone bad is because basically there was like an earthquake and a tsunami back to back, and they were like, oh, there's no way that could happen. And then like a scientist literally a few years earlier had just been like, this is a thing that can happen, right? So it's just
Yeah.
like maybe listen to that guy. But I was like, okay, cool. And they're and they were like, oh yeah, well we have all these safeguards in place usually. Like, okay, but what happens in the event of a Carrington event? They're like, I'm sorry? I was like, what happens in the event of a Carrington event? Like, oh, they have the safeguards for that. I'm like, yeah, like what? Like, I'm asking a legitimate question because I would like to know, like that in the event that the sun says, hey, planet Earth, bite me, that like, all of the nuclear reactors aren't going to also, in turn, say, the sun
Bite
said,
me?
bite me, so we're also going to tell you to bite me. Like, what? Like, please don't do that. Fun
Wow,
fact,
we have
there's
so
an
many
area
logs.
in the nuclear blast where humans are cooked to perfection. That is actually not true. Kyle Hill debunked that, actually.
I'd rather not. How do we know what cooked it? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It's
I don't
like
need to
any
know.
meat.
I don't want to know. I'm not gonna know. I'm not. This is not a thing that I need to know.
Yeah, he did a whole video on it.
This is not a thing that I need to know. We are gonna pretend like we are not telling me this. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
he
gonna
goes
pretend.
through and he explains the math and everything.
What did I just say?
I was talking to Aura, answering
But,
his question.
I suppose.
I was being a good host.
Uh-huh. No, you're good.
But
I'm
no,
just-
like in all seriousness, like I was just kind of like I was like, okay, so I was like, but in the event of a Carrington event, what are your safeguards? Because that's a real problem, right? Like your transformers that you're using right now will burn. Like that's how they work, right?
Nah.
And they're like, it's fine. We have contingencies. And I was like, do you? Because
Yeah.
you're dodging the question like a lawyer, which leads me to believe that you don't have a contingency for this. And really, isn't that how we ended up with these issues in the first place?
Nah.
Like these are the real
Water.
questions. Well,
Source.
like that's one thing. Like, yeah, like water is one of the safeguards, but like in the case of a flood, like
Yep.
like it starts burning shit up.
Yeah, no, I was just making a water source block.
Right. Yeah, no, well, that's exactly what it is, or like I think you hit the nail on the head. Like they say that because they don't know. That is true. I fully believe that. I wish I could say different, but you don't want to know how I know. A little farther. One more should be fine. Okay. And then we'll put that one there. That one there. Okay.
I need to make 8 of these. This is going to be a pain in the tuchus.
Yes. I am on my way to lend a hand.
Honestly, all I need is just 8 water source blocks.
Water source block.
So if you could make me more basic plating and more tin, that would help immensely.
Basic plating and tin. Got it.
Because it's just that's a pain in the butt.
On my way.
I only need 4 more of them, which is great. But I'm also almost out of what I want.
The meltdown in Russia has something called an elephant foot. Yep. It's true. Yep, there is one specific corner you do not want to go around. Ever. And it could actually be falling through the floor and into their source, into their fresh water supply. Ain't that great? Okay, so what am I building, MK? Can you show me the item?
Yeah, give me just a sec. Okay, hold on. Okay, I just need to make sure that this does not have any. I'm on the bottom floor.
Okay, you're in the down below.
Yeah.
Why is the why is the Tony without armor with his head turned around backwards?
I stopped asking questions.
think the grass is still working. You're on the bottom floor, or?
Yeah, bottom. I'm in the little computer area.
Oh, in the computer area. When you said bottom floor, I assumed you meant, you know.
Oh, of the world? No,
Yeah.
I was just talking about of our house.
Speaking of, the Wizard Tower's second floor is complete.
Yay! I almost have a tower!
I mean, it's only 2 floors. He sacrificed a cow to the devil. Okay, so what's the item called?
Not my cow, right?
I don't know. I didn't
So,
sacrifice anything.
Infinite water source is what I'm making.
Okay.
For that, you need you need buckets of water.
Okay.
And you need basic plate and pulverized tin, I think.
Yes, that is also true.
Okay.
Apparently he says your cow.
Excuse me.
Nope. Shitter the cow is fine.
Okay. You did not name him that, did you?
I didn't put a name tag on him that says Shitter the cow. No, but he's there and he makes poop.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean that has to be his name.
Right. Or it says, name it Shitter the cow. Okay, so hold on. Water? So you just need a water source block? Like, I'm confused.
I need 4 more infinite water source blocks. And then I will make the...
You mean water source stone?
No, the infinite water source. The infinite water.
Okay, so just like what we, the normal thing.
Yeah, because I'm gonna try to make a bigger one. And I just don't want to make... Like, it was just being annoying to make 1,000 of them. And by 1,000, I mean 8.
Bucket.
Bucket?
Bucket.
There should be buckets in the computer.
No, I have one.
Okay.
I'm filling it now.
Okay. That's exactly why I'm making the water source blocks.
What, fill the bucket?
So that you can make... So that we can do this faster.
Where?
How do I make the pulverized source?
What?
I need to put that in the manufactory.
Oh, that's Tony's room!
Yeah! Sorry, I made a little hole.
Oh, that's cool!
Thanks. I made him a little boat bed. As much as I'm able, I am not great at the thing. Crushed coal in the manufactory. Now, I know we have a manufactory, and I know it's in there somewhere, I think.
Why does he have a window to my room?
Because I like to watch you sleep.
Because I messed up, and I tried to make it into a feature instead of a bug.
What a great time for me to come back.
It was actually really perfect timing.
So I have 10 scoops of water. Where am I putting them?
Nowhere until I can make more graphite powder, which means I need a manufactory.
I think we have one somewhere.
We have one somewhere, but I can't find it.
California.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Hotel California.
That's all the lyrics I know. Sign in, but you can never leave.
I would have to literally look them up.
Yeah. Found
And
it.
when she's walking, she's looking so fine. Yeah.
Sir, please. Please.
I mean, I did make a one-shot called Hotel California.
Yes, you did. Manufacturing.
She'll say that she's
It's
my
very
yeah.
basic. The DM should do a cover on some song. Keeper does quite a few covers.
Yeah, they've just never been like. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! I think I messed something up.
So,
Where does
MJ,
this go?
See?
Yes.
to
Yes.
the north.
I messed something up.
That way.
Yeah. What about it?
Follow.
Oh, hold on. I have to put my jetpack back on. I took it off because I was jumping through windows. Where did I lose you? There you are. It's a tower! Look at how pretty it is! Oh, and it's right next to my mob destructification center.
Seemed like the best place for it.
Oh, and it's got mineral torches. Those are so pretty. I love those.
And mineral stairs.
Look at how nice it is. Oh,
But I need to figure out how to
thank
make
you.
giant mineral doors.
Well, you could just you could make 4 of them on top of each other.
I mean, I
Like-
could, but
2 on top of each other.
I could, but that feels like it would defeat the purpose.
See, door.
There's no platform here. We need platform. Watch out. Jump.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's large spruce doors, large birch doors, large junglewood doors, large double oak double doors, large iron double doors, large rusty iron double doors. Actually, the medieval door looks pretty cool.
Medieval door. Got it.
Or, well, I don't know how to make that one though. The junglewood door could work though. If you look at the large Dumblewood door.
Large
Dumbledore?
jungle. Dumbledore?
Words are hard.
I see carriage door. Medieval door.
Blue castle door? Violet castle door.
Large oak double doors. Spruce. Large birch. That could do.
I'm gonna
there's
go back
also
to
large rusty iron double doors, which I think is funny.
Yeah, those were pretty entertaining. Hey, was pulverized uranium part of making the grass blocks?
No.
Okay.
To make grass blocks?
Yeah. Oh, I figured out what was happening and why it was over here. Never mind, don't worry about it. It's fine. I got everything. It's all good.
Aura says you have a great singing voice.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that. I spent many dollars on it.
Cast many a spell.
Have I?
Slayed many a siren.
Have I? I don't think that's what's happened. Befriended some sirens, maybe.
She'll
Signed a
say
contract.
I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl.
My uptown girl.
See, now my job is done.
Why? Why? You know for a fact. You know for a fact it's gonna get stuck in my head. Cheaty water wand? What the? Melts ice into still water source block. Makes ice great again? What? How do I need to make tin? Oh, a tin ingot.
Does what now?
I need to make tin ingots, which means I mean to make tin.
You need to make 10 ingots of what?
No, tin.
Yeah. 10 of what?
Like the metal.
What kind of metal?
Tin.
Yeah, 10 of what metal?
I'm gonna
Tin!
die. I'm gonna die. Oh, God.
Welcome
Y'all
to
will be
most
the
of our
death.
conversations, honestly.
Oh god. Oh my lord.
Yep,
Ah,
pretty much.
okay.
Welcome to 90% of our conversations. It's mostly just that.
That's actually quite true.
Why? Because I'm right?
You're port.
Port? What?
No, I am starboard or nothing!
Alright, we're gonna see if we can't get these placed. Oh shit.
Gosh dang it, Tony!
Yes.
Ow. Ow.
My brain was just instantly like, do, 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 do.
Oof. I hit the ground a little too hard.
I can hardly be blamed for that.
You absolutely can be blamed for that, sir. And should be.
Make ice great again. Yep. Yep. Damn it.
What? I didn't do anything.
I've got a slight problem.
What?
I need to get to my corpse.
Well, where did you put your corpse?
It's in a tree
Which tree?
to the north.
Where are you?
To the north?
Lose my jetpack, I kill you myself. Actually, no, you just have to make me another one.
I'm just gonna fly to the top up here.
I mean, I recognize that, but the threat still had to stand.
Okay, and now I'm tossing it down.
But where are you tossing it down?
Right off the tree. I'm literally looking at it right now.
But I ran to the house.
Right there. No. Keep going. Keep going. Right there.
Ah! There we go. Thank you.
Like, where'd you drop it? To the north. Like, right there.
Yeah, but you have to understand, I ran away. Crusher, enrichment chamber. Crusher, metallurgic inclusion. Crusher, pressurized reaction. Crusher, oxygen. Don't want oxygen. How do dumb?
Pretty sure you do.
No, I really don't, though. That's a problem.
Pretty sure you do. Kind of need it to do the singing thing. And, other stuff too, I guess.
Guess I need to just break this.
Probably.
Will that make the oxygen go away?
How to suffocate your enemies.
What do I do with it? What do I do with it?
First, find an archfey. Wait, what?
I don't know how to make the oxygen go away, and it's playing with my experiment.
There we go.
See, that's the thing I would add to the out of context MK secretly evil
Right?
compilation.
Water plus spruce wood would make what? Makes what?
Yes.
Oh, makes hydrogen. That could be useful. Water
For
plus wood?
hydrogen, but what?
No. Well, no, just for anything.
Just in case of emergencies.
Just in case. Yes, emergencies. My boy actually beat the first Spider-Man this morning.
Aw, good job, kid.
He did have a little bit of help on the final boss because he couldn't. He still he can't figure out how to do the throw. Like, he's 5, so. But he can't figure out how to do the web throw of everything. Okay. Your tower has 3 sets of giant ass jungle doors.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. So that part is done. It definitely looks like it's in ruins a little bit. Definitely needs furnishing. Anyway, so like you can't figure out how to do that part. Like anything that requires him to throw anything or slide underneath someone's feet, can't do.
That's
Which is
fair.
funny because he can take on like if this kid ever figured out those basic controls, he'd be unstoppable. Like legitimately, he takes on groups of enemies that I can't take. And he does it without those. And I have access, like I know what all the button combinations do. So I was just like, make them play Mario Kart. We don't have a Nintendo though. Or I might, actually. But yeah, I was
Are you
very
trying
proud
to
of
make
this
the
one.
child unstoppable?
It's a little late for that. Oh wait, leaves. The leaves. Those are my leaves. That sounded weirdly like a balloon, but I'm sure it wasn't.
No, it was me breathing into my hand.
Okay. I was just like, who is suffocating a balloon over there?
My frustration with life.
So
Go ahead.
the local artists are starting to realize that if they make duck things, I will buy them.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
And it's gotten to the point now where like there's been a lot of duck art popping up
Oh no.
of like, yeah, the next start crawl, like here's this for some reason I just felt like
Oh my god.
They've learned your secret.
but I've already decided what I'm buying this time. This it's gonna be this lovely addition to my duck collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the artists has found his niche where he basically takes he makes like how do I explain it? It's like he paints the background and then like the characters or things on it are like
Okay.
beads glued together to look like pixel art.
Okay.
Cool.
So he's been taking like old like NES games, right, and making painting the background and then making the characters out of it. So it's like a 3D on a 2D type
Oh, that's cool.
thing. And last time he was working on he just did a Pokemon one, and he did like the old Simpsons game, and he was talking about how he's been like playing all the old like NES games, and now he's currently playing like the DuckTales game. And I overheard that, so I walk over and I'm just like, so when are you gonna do a DuckTales one?
Woo.
And he's like, you know what? I was thinking about it, but I was wondering who would want that. And then I remembered you. And as soon as he finished it, he immediately just sent me a picture of it before he even posted it like online for anyone else to see. He immediately sent me a picture and was like, yes. And I said, yes. So, so he's like, this is kind of weird because you didn't exactly commission it, but at the same time you were like, DuckTales, want it? Yes. Like,
yeah.
So it's got Gizmo Duck and Scrooge McDuck on it.
Nice.
And it looks good. And I'm going to buy that this weekend.
That's awesome.
A lot of ducks all of a sudden popping up with local artists. And I'm like,
Gee, I wonder who that could be.
well, because I'm building up like this like, I don't know.
A duck army?
This weird. Well, yeah, but also because every art crawl I go to, I try to support a different artist.
Right.
But
They always have duck art.
ultimately, yeah, but ultimately it's like, all right, but who's got something duck related?
Right.
And then there's a couple artists that I've bought from multiple times because either they keep making duck things or they just have other cool stuff I like.
Or that's all of our little machines over here use let me sorry, I'm just gonna all have automated users. So what you're hearing is it dumping through all of the things that the automated user is using. In the case of what you were hearing just now, that's magma. It's a
Yeah.
thermal generator for electricity.
I made something scary to end the world, but it's not ending the world, so it's fine.
Yeah, my grass machine does the exact same thing. Anyway, I'm sorry, Tony. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to answer that before I forgot.
No, you're good. I mean, yeah, that's essentially it. Just pretty much like, but
I do love that though, because like, don't you have a Darkwing duck and a couple of the Ducktales?
no, I do
characters?
not have a Darkwing
You
yet.
don't have a Darkwing yet. Okay, that's what it was then. You're missing the Darkwing duck.
I'm very upset that I didn't get my hands on the Darkwing.
Mm-hmm.
And what sucks too is the guy who had a Darkwing Duck, he had it for multiple times, and every time I was looking at it, and then finally when I wanted it, he had already sold it.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
I was like, gosh dang it. But I did get a Scrooge McDuck from the same artist.
Okay.
I have a Scrooge McDuck. I have a Gizmo Duck. And I have a Donald Duck and a Psyduck.
I mean, Donald Duck and Psyduck are both pretty great.
So I need... What I would like is a Donald Duck in his like black uniform.
Oh, classic.
And obviously I need a Darkwing still.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have a Gizmo Duck? Good God, there are a ton of ink factories.
How do I make bronze?
Ow.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't you.
Grumpy face
I got
keeper.
a little too close to your mob crusher over here.
Well, don't do that. It's bad for you. Molten copper and molten tin. Oh, I have tin in there, so and I have copper.
It's not picking up some of your stuff over here.
Kappa.
Kappa? What?
Yeah, it doesn't always pick up everything. It's fine.
Howard the Duck would be a good one too.
Howard the Duck would be pretty hilarious.
I need Darkwing Duck, I need Howard the Duck, and I need Farfetch'd. I need Farfetch'd, both versions of Farfetch'd, and I need a Surfetch'd.
Yeah.
Farfetch'd is one of my favorite Pokemon.
I like many Pokemon. Lapras is probably my favorite, though, if I'm honest.
I do like Lapras.
Lapras!
I wish it like evolved though.
Oh shit! I have a potion of
or
healing.
had like a pre-evolve evolution.
Yeah.
One potion of healing.
But there's like
or a mega or something. Give it something. Lapras deserves something.
Lapras does deserve something. Also, like there's so much you can do with her. Is the worst part of them not doing anything. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said her. Lapras can be like. Lapras doesn't have to be a her, but also like there are just some Pokemon that just...
That's always a her.
I mean, they can be a boat, which I think is amazing.
I'm saying it's such a good Pokemon.
Another Pokemon that I liked as a kid, even though I was never into bugs, but I just liked this Pokemon, is I liked Heracross.
That's interesting.
Heracross? Yeah, don't you get a... Oh, shit. Which one's the one you evolved from Scyther?
Scizor.
Yeah, that one.
I could make that, but how about nah?
I'm following a duck.
Quack.
A duck with a shield.
Doing complex things. Bucket. 9.
Oh wait, that's right.
10.
There are mossy temple bricks over here. I forgot about that.
Yes,
And
made those
the
at some.
cemetery.
That's fine.
You know you have a bunch of
You
ghosts
say that
hid
like
over
it's
here, right?
Yeah, I know. I haven't tried to like journey to another world lately, so that's why they're there.
No isekai for you?
Well, I mean, no. At some point, I'm going to try to journey to another world. I just haven't done it lately. I did it before. I could do it again if you wanted me to.
I mean, I'm fine. Personally. Excuse me.
I think I did that wrong again. I do that.
What is this?
Will you absorb the water and get rid of my... Just get rid of the oxygen. Just get rid of the oxygen, please. For me? For me. Get rid of the oxygen. Absorb the water. Get rid of the oxygen. That's not working.
Are you trying to create electrolysis?
I need the pressurized... I need the pressurized reaction chamber to make something with the oxygen that's inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to make hydrogen, but I can't figure out how to get the water inside of the chamber. So I'm trying to think of... What?
I'm just asking what the machine was called.
It's a
It's 8:30.
pressurized reaction chamber.
Yes.
We should probably take a break then, huh?
You need liquid ethylene. You need something in there on the side.
Yes. It needs to be... I would like to make it water so that I can get the oxygen out of there, because I want to put hydrogen in there to make substrate.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how you make ethylene, though. Alright, guys. Anyway, we're going to go on break real quick. We should be back in just a few moments. We try not to go terribly long on our breaks. Isn't it duck season? I actually have no idea if it's duck season or not.
This duck's got a gun, so you're welcome to try it, but...
That's true. But we'll be right back, guys. And, yeah, give us about 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes? 10 minutes. Give us 10 minutes. All right.
30 minutes. You know what? Stream over. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. See you in a few minutes.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, guys, we're back.
Woo!
Quack.
Ooh. Oh.
What?
My wife's putting my kid to bed. And I'm cooking fish. Because
Yeah, it's genuinely stuck in my head. I'm sorry.
these things do happen. I've been falling for 30 minutes.
I'm sorry.
That is easily, I think, my favorite scene from Thor Ragnarok.
That was a very good scene, yes.
I do like, so like the Loki series, where they basically because there were all these fan theories where they're just like, no, Loki couldn't have died in Infinity War, like
Don't watch
What's that?
I haven't watched Loki yet.
I have also not watched Loki yet.
Oh, shit. I can say nothing then.
I actually know quite a bit about Loki, but that's fine. I shouldn't. I just do.
You know what you can say?
What?
Uptown Girl.
Jesus! God, I had a different song in my head for 5 seconds, sir. Just 5 of them. Just a couple. Just a smidgen. I had a different song in my head for just a smidgen.
She was living in her uptown world.
2 seconds. I had a different song. 2 seconds. And what happens? This is what happens.
Well, okay, so it doesn't really spoil the story. Classic Loki that that they talk about is future Loki, right? And
wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Well, yeah, like the entire Loki show is based off of this is what happened like after Loki stole the Tesseract and disappeared. And then there's a lot of like time travel shenanigans. And that's the most I'll say on that front, so I don't spoil it for you guys. Ouch!
Okay.
God damn it. He does at one point meet a future version of himself that literally confirms the fan theory of what happened to Loki in Infinity War and how he got out of it, which is he conjured up an illusion so convincing he managed to fool Thanos into thinking that he had actually killed him. And I was like, but then like as soon as he did that, he buggered the fuck off and basically exiled himself on a planet until he got old. And Loki asked him, like, he's like, okay, well then what happened? How did you end up, like, here? I'm sorry, my son just decided to barge into my office, even though he's supposed to be in bed.
Sleep is for the weak and for the dead. And 5-year-olds.
And 5-year-olds. He's like, William, I'm working. Like, go.
Ouch.
I'm tired.
Right.
No. Yeah, that's okay. We all are allowed to. I'm actually extremely tired as well. I just refuse to sleep because I am physically incapable and nothing can stop me. I'm a menace.
I know that feeling. But yeah, like, he's just like, well, how did you, he's like, I watched, I watched how we die. How did you get past it? And he's just like, oh yeah, I didn't die. Like, I just conjured this super cool illusion. Like, oh. And everyone who ever had that fan theory or read that fan theory was like, I hope that's true. They were just like, oh, it is true. Sweet. So yeah, Loki did survive Infinity War. What happened?
Loki be Loki.
Loki be Loki.
I mean, but like, don't Loki be Loki? Because like, that could be a problem. He doesn't tend to like that, I don't think.
Loki be Loki.
I can't say. I can't say because I'll spoil the story.
Loki be Loki.
Yeah. We'll leave it at
no,
Loki
I'm
be
saying
Loki.
that other people should not be Loki. I made it. It was funny. I swear it was funny.
Okay.
It was funny in my head.
When do I use the water bucket? Pull this down.
Oh, I already made it. Sorry.
But you had me get the water.
Yeah, I already did the thing. But we can use more water. It's fine. I'll if you. I'm a jerk.
No, it's fine. I've got to mute my mic because my son is screaming.
Oh, that's no fun. I'm a jerk.
Where did I put those web shooters?
Yes, Aura. That is a wonderful book. I have read it, and I have listened to the audio book read by Samuel L. Jackson, and it's amazing.
Where did we put our casting plates?
In the dishwasher?
Sir,
Yeah.
please.
No.
Okay.
Where?
Yes. What? Casting plates. Gems. I need to make more molten glass, but I don't feel like it. She'll say I'm not so
Just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. What?
just constantly stuck in my head. All of the time stuck in my head.
Yes.
It's just always there. Even when I get another song stuck in my head, it's there. It's that one. It's always that. And he's just so proud of himself. Do you hear the just haha, look, I did it.
Isn't that what some of the enemies sound like in the Nether?
I don't think so. But sometimes witches sound kind of similar. Hi.
Quack.
Hello.
Quack.
How are you?
Quack.
Okay, I'm putting the bucket of water in the computer.
Okay, sounds good. I will
like a bad
definitely
idea.
use it.
I know. It sounds like a terrible idea, but it's in the computer now.
I will definitely use it. Don't worry about it.
Empty syringe.
No, don't look. Don't. No. No. What do I need? Geothermal generator. Shrift nuggets.
I forgot. Oh, right. I made a...
Quack.
Oh, no.
I need to make a bunch of iron.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh, shit.
What?
I forgot he wasn't wearing armor.
Did you just kill the...
I killed a Tony. He's got a pumpkin on his gravestone. Look.
Yeah, it's really cute, isn't it?
Tony, you have a pumpkin on your coffin.
Don't kill the duck. But the simple duck. He goes quack when there's stuff.
Oh, shit. I have a block of bronze. MK. Or copper or whatever.
Okay.
Now you have a block of copper.
Thanks.
You are out of place.
I'm not out of place. I'm in place. I am the place. Diamond cauldron.
No, there's a single thing of just outside the house. There's 3 mineral blocks just kind of sitting outside the house. There's one thing of oak stairs that's kind of protruding slightly.
Yes, that's there for probably a reason.
I think that's Tony's boat bed.
Yeah. In all likelihood.
So what are you up to?
I'm making another magmatic generator because I'm tired of waiting. On top of that... oh, I need another liquid.
That's a Steve.
What are you talking about?
Oh, in your hand, it looks like you. It's a Tony statue.
Yeah. Oh, do I have my Tony statue out? I didn't think I had my Tony statue out.
I don't know. When I saw it before, it looked like a Steve.
Tony statue. See?
Ah!
Tiny Tony. Tony should have a statue as well. Knew I had one of those. Okay. Distraction. Ouch.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't. William was actually really good all day. But like, you know, time for him to go to bed, and now he's throwing fits, and it's just like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, you already lost video games for tomorrow because, you know, you couldn't behave at the end of the day. Like, what do you want me to tell you, man? Like, this is on you. When kids
User.
push boundaries.
Woo! What? Ay, Dios mío. Now I have to make obsidian, which is just annoying. And
Obsidian?
yeah, I just need 3 pieces of obsidian.
Oof. All right.
You know, in that game that I lost, I had an automatic obsidian generator, but
Oh yeah, when the server decided that it wasn't gonna let anyone but me in.
yeah, that time that it hated me. Where's my cobblestone?
Yeah, I still to this day I have no idea what the server folks did to fix it. Like they never actually like explained it. They were just like, "Oh yeah, tell them they can log in now. It should work fine." I was like, "I don't like that you said should."
I don't like that it hated me and I lost thousands of hours worth of game.
It's true. Yeah, that really sucks.
Genuinely, so much time was spent on that stupid home game.
Tis true.
Which really just tells you that I should stop playing Minecraft so much. Like, maybe don't waste my life playing so much Minecraft, you know?
Yeah. If the rich can buy yachts, enjoy Minecraft.
Yeah, but I'm not rich.
I know. Yeah.
That's my point. We have simpler things that bring us joy.
Yeah,
Not
but I
things
shouldn't be
that are-
wasting time until I'm rich.
Pretty sure even if
your
I was
diamonds
rich,
stop
I have
flowing.
no interest in having a yacht.
Yeah.
Anyone that has money and is smart with their money wouldn't buy a yacht.
I know. Because
And
I know a lot of people who do have yachts.
Yeah, and it's stupid. They are such a waste of money. It's not even funny. That was not supposed to rhyme. It just worked out that way.
Money, money, money. Must be funny.
Hey,
In
MK,
rich
you know
man's
your
way.
diamond stopped flowing, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll fix it in a second. Do I have to make an item extractor, or can I just put the cobblestone generator right here and have it go into the automatic user?
I think you can make it wherever you'd like, as long as it's piped in properly.
But that's the thing, is I don't want to pipe it.
That could be an issue, yeah.
That's why I was hoping that I could just like set it somewhere on the automatic
I'm throwing
user.
some diamond into the smelter for you. You also have molten iron and molten glass in here.
Why are you not working?
Why
Why are you not working?
are you not lagging?
Why are you not working? Why are you not making with the...
Aura says
What?
he has 3,000 eggs.
Wow.
Eggs are great.
I have chicken. I have chicken.
I have like almost 50,000.
Oh my god. Oh, that's right, because you had to go. You went and killed all the chickens, right?
Oh, I meant the UST eggs.
Oh, the UST eggs. Yes. Oh God, I don't even know how many I have.
Why are you not working?
I don't want to say.
No.
How many eggs?
87,000
Nice.
and counting. I wish my bank account did that.
Right? Technically, it's supposed to.
If you just stare at your bank account, it goes up.
It's a lever!
What happened?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Nothing's fine.
Dumbass makes torches into a lever like a idiot. The stupidest thing to add into a game ever. It's really dumb. Nobody wants that. Stupid. Being dumb. Stupid. Why can't the torch lever also make the sugar potato get away kitty?
Do what?
No, it's fine. My sugar carburetor.
Yeah.
You make me carburetor.
You know, or once you hit 5K, you get to pick a game.
That is
It's true. That
You get
is free to play.
that is free to play.
Yeah.
Or something that we already have.
Yeah. Which they have more than I do.
Also true. These are true statements.
Kids fighting takes me back to my childhood.
That's so. That's terrible.
Or I said, kids fighting, I could sell this. Takes me back to my childhood.
I could sell tickets.
That's
Don't sell tickets to your children fighting. Or do, and we'll split the profits. What?
Jamaica, we're going tea. You look. Look.
May or may not have illegally fought for money before. What? how's Quack? Quack, 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 quack,
Nobody can yell at the duck.
quack, quack. Life
Danger.
is like a hurricane here in
Back.
Kids fighting.
Might solve a mystery.
Alright, so we have a bunch of magnesium. I'm getting the dilithium out.
Hey, can someone make me some bricks?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any kind specifically, or just brick?
Well, I need 4 brick stairs, so like, just bricks.
How she's a brick. How?
Brick. There it is. Right. Clay.
Oh,
Forgot
never
about
mind.
clay.
I have to make another extractor. It's fine. I figured the bricks out. I need to make an energy extractor again.
Another one?
Yeah. Anyway. Just make a lot of these things. It's fine. Which is why I have all the iron in there, so that I can make less of them.
Progress. Does the game have to be multiplayer? SkyFactory does not.
In fact, it normally isn't.
Correct. Typically, as long as you have a Java version of the Java version of Minecraft, you can get this plugin via what's called Overwolf, and you just the game should be multiplayer. Yes, something we can all play. Otherwise, you only get one of the three of us.
Unless you just really want to watch me play Mass Effect or something.
I mean, there is that.
I say that because I've never played Mass Effect, but one of my friends bought me the Legendary Collection because he really wants me to stream Mass Effect.
Oh no!
But I haven't had time to do so, and I feel kind of bad about it because he bought me the collection of it, and I just haven't had time to stream it.
Mass Effect's the one with the dead people in space, right?
No, it's Dead
Who
Space.
scares easily? Oh, Dead Space, right. So, which one's Mass Effect?
That's the one where you can bone aliens.
Ah.
I like that that's the only explanation you have.
That's the extent of my knowledge about it, to be honest. That's how little I know, and that's why my friends are like, man, watching you play it's going to be hilarious.
Why? What?
Yeah, Charlie likes Mass Effect.
Charlie loves Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yes.
Because I remember him being like, yeah, like, he was, because I remember him mentioning the Legendary Collection and being excited about it coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I've never played them. So my friends want me to stream it, and because they know how much I just talk when I play games, and they would just love to see and hear my interactions with everything.
That would be pretty funny, I think.
So as far as, to answer your question for multiplayer, I mean, if you really want to watch me play Mass Effect,
right?
He already needs to do it, so it's fine.
But yeah, like that works.
Play.
I have nothing to do.
That's a different kind of boning aliens, my guy.
What?
I mean, I'm always down to play. Because he said bone aliens looks at Halo.
Which of us scares easily?
Me.
Me?
Those two.
Of the two of us, though.
Me.
Are you entirely sure?
No. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm. It's like. So my thing is, I have that my fight or flight is always fight. So like, I literally can't go to haunted houses because every single time I punch someone, like that is an issue. I have been thrown out. Like I will actually just lay someone out, and I feel so bad, so I just avoid those types of things. I can assure you, whenever I play a scary type of game, or watch a scary movie, I will not stop talking.
I have offered to play Phasmophobia.
Yeah, Fabian wants me to play Phasmophobia.
I have also told them implicitly that they will have to sit through watching some sort of brightly colored children's movie with me afterwards. But
people are pissed at them right now. Because
why?
Because they took the game from, I guess it's not even out of beta yet, and they're already charging people like $20 or something to play it.
Excuse me, I got it for free.
I don't think I did. I didn't get it before they started charging for it. But yeah, they did out of nowhere just start charging people like $20. I have heard of SCP Containment Breach.
I have not.
I have heard weird things about SCP Containment Breach.
Aliens?
SCP is SCP is basically like a series of very well put together stories regarding the SCP Foundation and these various anomalous entities or objects that do strange and powerful things, and the SCP Foundation both studies them and contains them. SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. Right? And
Aliens.
kind of. Some of them are aliens, some of them are just like Cthulhu is one of the SCPs, but it turns out that in his people's terms, he's basically still a teenager, and people are compelled to worship him like a cult, and they keep breaking him out, and he doesn't want to. He just wants to play, like, as long as they give him video games and Hot Pockets all day, essentially, he's perfectly happy. And then his cultist followers will break him out because the evil SCP Foundation is imprisoning their lord, and then they'll show up and he's like standing around in boxer shorts with a Hot Pocket playing video games, and he's like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? Which is really hilarious. But yeah, there's a few things, like some of the SCP researchers are themselves SCPs, which is also funny. But yeah, some of them are monsters. Like there's a dude, there's one of them where like if you see its face, it's going to kill you. It will hunt you down. Like even if you just look at a picture, it just starts hunting you.
Gross.
That's rude. But also mood.
Yeah. I hope not.
Yep, when they break in.
I hope that you don't just attack people when they see a picture of your face. I'd be deeply concerned.
That's why I don't take pictures.
Yep.
Tony is the shy guy.
Yep. No pictures of you.
But yeah, so that's what SCP is, but they're written like government logs. And it's hilarious.
Okay.
Is this a magmatic generator over here?
Yeah. Hey, remember that speed modifier upgrade thing that I taught you how to make?
I don't remember how to make it, but yes.
Yep. But if you at Val, can you just make me some of those?
Yeah. Tell
Thanks.
them about the original first SCP, the status. That one I don't know. I do know that there's one that nobody knows what it is, and anytime they try to write about it, they immediately forget that they've even looked at it.
Oh, the silence?
It's kind of like that, yeah. I think the story is based on the silence, honestly, because it reads like the silence. But it's like anytime they try to think about it, they become amnesiacs for a couple seconds. Like they just like their mind goes blank, and like a specific like an unspecified amount of time goes by, and then they'll just move on to whatever the next thing was, and they just keep forgetting to do whatever the thing is. So you can't even talk about it.
First rule of Fight Club.
The SCP that acts like the Weeping Angels. Yes. Yeah, there's one that acts like the Weeping Angels. I'm adding which one? MK? I'm sorry. At which one?
The at VAL, and it'll be Valkyrie.
Speed modifier?
Yes,
Got it.
the Goldie one.
Tony? Tony, why you shove?
Quack?
Why you shove me?
Quack?
Buddy?
Quack?
Buddy!
Ouch.
DuckTales, woohoo!
Tales of daring do bad and good luck tales.
Woohoo!
Do I have time? There we go. I'm putting a bunch of the acorns, sand acorns and stuff into the computer.
Claro.
Quack?
She's an uptown girl. Living in a white bread world.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Did you say White Bread World?
Yeah, that's the song. Then the
Yeah.
song.
Is it? Because that's
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actually not
hilarious.
making that up. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
silly
in the white
because
bread
I
world.
don't think of white bread as being particularly like high class, you know? Like I think of white bread as being the thing that you make pretty like basic sandwiches out of.
I mean,
Well, that proves you're an uptown girl.
we would certainly think so. You said you were smelting iron.
Yeah. There should be a bunch in there.
Excellent. Damn it.
The
I
MK,
need
that just
to-
proves that you're an uptown girl.
Like
You're
Peter is the
living
doctor,
in an
especially when he pulls out his
uptown
guitar.
world.
Yep.
Egg.
She's
Yeah, the
looking for a
SCP Foundation
factory
there's a
man.
lot of them that are funny, and there's a lot of them that are scary as flying out. There's like 5 different SCP-001s, and they're not sure which one's actually the first one.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Kind of sounds like just a game of creepypastas.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I
Pretty
was
much,
thinking.
yes. Yeah. You are not wrong.
I want this now. Doo doo doo. Doo doo doo.
See, when I was younger, I had this terribly malicious thing where my secret was that I was actually like a big paranoid, scared cat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But how I would cope with that is by making the people around me more scared than I was.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So when it came to like those creepy pastas or like that, all that nonsense that now as an adult, I'm like, before I'd be like, yo, I can't admit that I'm kind of spooked right now. So instead, I would just like make them worse because I'd have friends would be like, yeah, but that's stupid because like, you know, X, Y, and Z, why that doesn't make sense. And then I would go, well, actually, and then like just BS my way through to convince them that it was real, to make them terrified, and that comforted me because I was a menace as a teenager.
Oh goodness.
If I feed off of your fear, I'm no longer afraid.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works though.
It did though. So, see, you're wrong.
It can be effective.
I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
It
You know
certainly
nothing
can
of
be. You can
you know
certainly
nothing
be
of my
effective.
work.
That's true. I don't. I suppose I know nothing, Jon Snow.
You were on the side of the angel. You know nothing of my dark arts.
Aura says, SCP started as a creepy pasta before branching off into its own thing.
Hey, I am
Yeah,
very
that sounds about right.
scary.
Yeah, big uptown girl
I am very scary.
living in her white bread world.
I am very scary.
You're adorable.
I'm terrifying.
Is that
Chris?
scary?
Chris, I'm
No,
scary.
You leave me the fuck out of this one.
I'm scared. I'm scary. I'm
Right.
very scary. Ow! Ah! I'm the scariest. Proof is in the pudding. And pudding is in the
We know that I can't say anything because I will probably spoil something for episode 17.
I am super scary.
I can neither confirm nor deny until Tuesday.
I can confirm that I am terrifying.
Or is this not with that voice?
Yeah, but Chris, you've never had to fight a Handra.
A what?
Yeah, it's a thing.
I'm sorry. A what?
A Handra.
A Handra.
The name alone.
You see, when I have to teach a player a lesson.
Oh no.
Are you saying that I'm not a scary enough DM and I need cooler and scarier monsters?
Please no.
So Chris, a Handra is an abomination of a. I'll send you a picture after the stream.
Oh shit.
A Handra is an abomination that instead of having heads like a Hydra, it has a bunch of arms sewn and stapled on.
No. No, it doesn't.
And it attacks with each of the arms, you see.
No. Why?
And each hit it lands, it immediately grapples. Okay? And if three hits land, it immediately begins to strangle you.
Why? Why is this a thing?
Well,
Fine.
you see, I had a player who likes to grapple a lot, and also they split the party.
Fine, I guess I'm just not scary enough and I'm gonna have to go out and be scarier.
Yes.
Well, okay, so little does everyone know that I do occasionally, anytime I come across a monster on TikTok, and it has like stats and shit, the first thing I do is I send it to Tony and MK.
Yep.
Like immediately, like guys, look, because I'm that asshole.
You have no idea the things that I have in store.
I think the scariest one I have seen on TikTok is the false fucking Hydra.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I hate everything about that.
Oh, and fire didn't help with the arms.
No, that's literally my go-to thing.
Of course it is. That's why it didn't work.
Ah! But I like fire.
This is good. While he was fighting that, the other party member who split off was fighting an abomination that was a fusion of a snake and a tarantula.
Snarantula, if you will.
I don't.
It's fine. They both lived.
It's fine. Everything's
live.
fine. Use a
They did very
giant
well.
rock. I mean, I do get really big, and I can pick up really big things, and I can smash shit with them.
Yeah.
That is the thing that I do possess the ability to do. That's another rack. Where in the fuck are my redstone acorns?
See, me as a DM, I like to make my players OP because the more OP they are, the
bigger the shit
weirder
you
and
can
more
throw.
horrifying stuff I get to throw at them. Exactly.
Yep.
I thought I was doing good with the Megalodon, but
The
clearly...
Megalodon. Okay, so the second you said it was a fucking Megalodon, I was like, are you shitting me? We almost got eaten by a giant ass mother.
Shark?
I was
Yes.
No,
properly.
I'm pretty sure it's a giant shark, not a giant ass.
I mean, is there really a discernible difference?
Yes.
Yeah, one of them's shittier.
One has teeth.
One has teeth. I mean, if it's an abomination.
Hey, but I'm gonna say, like, I mean, Edwin's response was pretty spot on. If it's a megalodon, we just got to stay behind it. Like, what is it gonna do?
That's
Can't turn
true.
around.
Can't turn
Can't
around.
turn for shit.
But it could be like the dragon turtle, you know what I mean? Like,
You know, I'll admit, I actually threw out a horrifying idea at MK, and she's like, "Why would you? What?" And I was like, "Why did I say that out loud?"
oh, no.
So, really, it's kind of a race to which one of us gets to use it first.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, but see, anything you use upon me will be heaped back on you tenfold.
That's false.
MK, I have 9 of your speed chips.
Thank you. What makes you think that's false?
Because that means the first thing I throw at you just means the show is over because you're about to TPK us in the next session.
Nah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
fine.
so it's false because anything I throw at you by default, y'all are more powerful than we are on the show.
For now.
So if you're going to return it tenfold, then immediately TPK the party is what you're saying. And you're not going to.
Aura says, "You fool."
I am a benevolent god.
All it's gonna take for me is to like meet somebody in a town, and then the next day they go missing or something, and nobody remembers that they were there. Or there's like pictures of their wife or something. They're like, "Oh, I was never married," and I'm like, "No, we're getting the fuck out of here." No.
What? Why? You don't want to save that poor innocent person?
No, they're already gone. They're already gone.
You don't know that.
If nobody remembers that they existed, they're already gone.
What if it's a curse?
Unlikely.
What if it's a hag?
I mean, it could be. It could be. But if a hag can erase somebody completely from existence, yeah, we ain't saving them. There's the golden.
Some heroes you are.
Yeah.
I've been questioning that from day one.
Yeah, Fenn's the hero type. I'm more the, if I save my ass, I can save more people tomorrow. One of many differences he and I have.
Man, that's gross.
What happened?
What?
No, I just thought of a gross, like, real shitty guy thing to say for some terrible character to use later on.
Oh, no.
You know, hey, if I save my ass, the more shit I can spread later.
Oh, no.
Gross.
Yeah, right? Screw that person that doesn't exist yet.
Yet. I love that there's a yet attached.
Well, what? I'm just going to come up with a thing and not create someone to use it now?
I mean...
It is technically possible.
I actually had a feel-good moment. Totally changing the topic. Had a feel-good moment at work.
Yeah.
My manager called me in and said that a customer came in to compliment me because they were having a really bad day or bad night when they came in, but like I made them laugh like really hard.
Nice.
And just made them feel like just really good again. And it apparently meant enough to them that the next day they came in and then went out of their way to tell my manager that
you're a good dude.
I was a good guy.
Nice.
I was like, well, that's cool. And then when I found out who it was, it made me laugh because the joke I made was pretty stupid. It was a guy coming in who looked like he had just gotten off of work or something. Okay. And, like he had, wearing slacks, button-up shirt, tie. Tie was like undone. Shirt was unbuttoned.
Right.
Dude looked exhausted. Comes in and he buys 2 of those like cups, like the cereal cups.
Okay.
And a Gatorade. And I'm ringing him up, and I look at the cereal, and I look at the Gatorade, and I'm just like, most people use milk, but I like your style. And he gives me this look of like, the fuck I'm talking about? And then he like looks down, and then he laughs a little, like he laughs a little bit, and and he walked out with a smile, and I was just like, that was stupid, but like, that's funny. But the fact that the next day he comes in just to be like, you know what, that guy really like cheered me up, I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad my like stupid joke was able to cheer someone up a little bit.
Aura wants to know if there are elemental attributes in Anna.
Explain elemental attributes.
Like poison, fire, ice, the usual
Oh.
ones.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, I mean, magic.
Duh.
In fact, recently people have been poisoned, so.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Rude.
Do you have your speed chip?
Yes.
I made a whole crap ton of them.
Yes, and I appreciate it actually, because it's pretty.
I actually need to replace all the gold that I just burned out of the smelter.
That's fine. This should be enough for now.
No, I know, but I pulled all of the gold out of the computer.
Yes, I'm just telling you, like, for now it should be alright.
Copy. Yeah, I like Fen uses a lot of fire elemental stuff. Being a blacksmith. Because he's a blacksmith. That's just what he does. It's what he works with the most. So, and he really likes to see shit burn. I mean, let's be fair here. Like, less in a pyro sense, but like in a, if I need to make it go away, just about everything fucking burns. Kind of way. So, Fen is also being an alcoholic. Dibs on wind. I don't think anybody's claimed wind yet, actually.
Yeah, we lost our Arjun last week.
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
We will find him.
He was Edwin's best friend.
And he got kidnapped through a tree.
And I don't want the world to see me.
Cause I don't think that they understand. Everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. So I'll be your crying shoulder. I'll be love suicide.
Can we? Yeah, it's a song. I think we're fine.
Cause you're an uptown girl. Living in a lone uptown world.
Sir.
Show tunes.
Shut
Oh, this is not an autopot.
Skibbity dooba.
What's not an autopot? Roll out?
The second gold tree is not on an auto.
Well, that's an oversight. We should repair.
Yeah, yeah, I'll get on it. I'm just gonna drop all of our amber in here real fast. Oh, right.
I don't want to make substrate anymore. Like I do, but I don't. But I do, but I don't. But I do, but I don't.
Yeah, Fen is utilizes the fire rune, and with level 16 he took searing smite, or with level 6. So
I was gonna say you got way more experience than I did, my guy.
now we're on milestone, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
We are on milestone.
but yeah, so these hey Fen, that's how Fen pretty much does his shit, man.
Heck yeah.
Being a rune knight fighter, and fire chains, like fire chains are dirty. I don't care what anyone says. Fire chains are broke as shit. Because as soon as my strength starts to go up again, because it hasn't gone up for a while, that's just gonna get even more broken. But
You're at 20 strength, aren't you?
no, 17. I'm presently at 17 strength. Where'd it go? There it is.
I need to kill you.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, Fenn's only at 17 strength presently. He needs 3 more points to hit 20, which I will start working towards again.
Someday I need to just like, I need to work on beefing stuff up significantly.
Well, because next level, either level 7 or level 8, it really depends on what we require at the time. I'm either going to take, obviously I'm either going to take my Paladin Oath at 7, or I'm going to take the attribute points, depending on what we need.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I've always got like 2 or 3 plans for the next level in case we need it. You know?
Yep. It's true. It's very true.
So I try to make sure that, I'm filling in the gaps as best we can.
Gaps, schmaps. We're fine.
Yeah, but yeah, so what Fire Rune does is
Be dirty.
it is, yeah. When activated, the Fire Rune shackles your enemy with in chains made of fire, and they can be broken with the requisite strength save, naturally. That being said, once my strength gets higher, that will get higher. But it does 2d6 damage on the first turn, and 2d6 damage every subsequent turn that the target fails the save. So, like, if they have a chance to break them on the initial turn, and every turn thereafter. So, if they start their turn with them on, they take an additional 2d6 damage for 10 rounds. For a potential 20d6 damage.
Yup.
So
now you see what I put up with.
And Giant's Might lets me add a free d6 for up to a minute to one attack. And I think it can be combined with a smite. Am I right?
I'd have to check.
Pretty I'm so don't quote me on it. I will have to double check myself. I'm 70% certain that I can combine it with I know I can combine it with a standard smite, because that's just on a successful attack. And the activation is a free action of the Fire Rune.
Yeah.
So I know a standard smite, but I don't know if a spell smite. Yeah. But anyway, but that it just gets worse and dirtier, and it's bad. It gets real bad, real fast. Rune Knight Pally's broken.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Wait, I forgot. I can Giant Smite now.
You can Giant Smite.
I'm so excited. Giant Smite! Instead of Giant Smite.
Why are you empty? Why are you empty? Why are you empty? Do you have to be a basic battery?
When?
Don't worry about it, it's fine. Can I put my hydrogen battery here and collect the hydrogen that's already in there?
Probably.
Maybe. Hi. Please?
Yeah, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything,
was
really
dirty.
God, it's fucking filthy. There's no, what? Maybe. No stitch here. Only good blocks. What? Yeah, Tasha's, goddamn, the things in Tasha's was, God, I love Tasha's. I love Tasha's so much. It's not even... That is an amazing book. What happened?
It's not doing the thing that I want it to do.
Uh-oh. Did one of the cables miss a turn at Albuquerque?
Maybe. Being mean to me, and I don't like it. Okay. Input. Energy. Input. Output. Input. Output. Okay.
Need input. What? 25?
Site configuration using
I
hydrogen.
one of the biggest reasons why I started doing voices was Short Circuit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Johnny 5 was like one of my favorite characters growing up. Short Circuit 2 actually traumatized the living shit out of me because of how much I love Johnny 5. And then somebody finally told me that there was like, wait, you can turn giant? Or, no, I'm a rune knight. So for a solid minute, I can double my size. I'm a rune knight / paladin mix. But yeah, have you seen Short Circuit 2? Have you guys seen it?
I never saw the second one. No, I heard it was bad, so I never.
It wasn't great. It was not great. There's actually like, so they actually like jump Johnny 5 in the second one and tear his ass apart. Quite literally.
That's rude of them.
No, I do not understand the reference, or I'm sorry. But yeah, they break one of his arms off. He ends up leaking battery fluid real bad. It's a real mess. Like it traumatized me as a kid. But like he basically patches himself up so that he looks like an 80s like punker, you know what I mean? Like right down to like he makes like a metal mohawk for himself, which is hilarious. And then like he catches all the bad guys and runs out of battery power, and at the end of the movie you find out that they repaired him and he gets sworn in as a citizen in New York, and they've like gold plated him for some reason. But apparently they also did a third one that I've never seen.
Empty.
And it was so bad that it's rumored that it caused Steve Guttenberg to decide not to act anymore. I do not know the validity of that. Oh, Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan is supposed to be good.
Attack on Titan is supposed to be very good, but I have not watched it.
I have strong feelings on the subject, but I shall leave them for personal discussion later.
Fair.
I can't wait to hear them.
But yeah, apparently it's so like because the first one was great. The first Short Circuit was amazing. I love the first Short Circuit. I didn't actually know who the Three Stooges were before watching that movie, and then of course I was just like, oh god, the Three Stooges. I think I've watched like 3 of their movies total, and I don't remember any of them. I just know that they like to beat the shit out of each other, and that's good enough for me. But I only know who they are because of Short Circuit. So MK is doing something to her machine in the house. I see Tony on the farm. Let's go check in on the duck.
Yeah, I'm trying to make this whole... trying to make some things work for me, and they don't want to work for me, but I want them to work for me. So I'm gonna try to make them work for me.
Right? The music is loud on Attack on Titan, or the music on the game is loud? You need me to expand the wall? Because I think we have mineral. Shit. Helps if I spell right. There we go. There we go. Alright.
Why don't you want to work? Why don't you want to work?
Yeah, they said the music in the game is loud.
Okay. I will... That's statistics. We don't need that. Oh, music and sound. There we go. There we go. We'll drop it down another 10%. Okay.
Don't be a pain in the tuchus. Work with me. 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 Work it harder, do it better. Faster makes us stronger. Hour after hour, work is never over.
Harder makes it better, do it faster makes it stronger.
More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Okay. BHET.
I don't know any
Gas tank, basic gas tank with oxygen in it can go into here. And then if I do that and I put this here, will that grab that from that? Nope, nope, it won't. Okay, great. Well, that's... Okay.
All right. Over here.
Hey. Okay, okay. Dang it, and you're doing the oxygen thing again, and I don't want you to do the oxygen thing again. That's why I moved you...
What happened? Rest in peace. Yeah. It's very sad to hear about Daft Punk. I mean, everybody, you know, nobody should have to work forever. You know, at some point, you know, these things happen. And that's fine. But yeah.
Hey, do you have a...
Daft Punk.
Do you have a... There it is. Never mind. Don't worry about me. For me, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Excuse me.
Nope.
But...
Oh.
Thank you for expanding my house.
Yeah. Work area. It is the communal house.
Yeah, but, like, this is my mad science area, so I appreciate it.
Just wait until the wizard figures out that there's a wizard tower for that.
Yeah, no, I know, but, like, that's for magic stuff. This is for, like... This is for me slowly dying inside stuff.
Basic gas tank, hydrogen. Oh, okay. So where's the oxygen going? Oh, okay. So how do you get the oxygen out of there?
That's what I'm trying to do. So basically, if I can get the oxygen out of this gas tank into this gas tank, then I can make more hydrogen, and then I can try to... But for some reason, this tank is not feeding into this thing, and I don't understand why.
You and me both, Aura. Though those days are long behind me. In all fairness.
What? What? Is this my issue? Is this my issue? Is this all I needed to do to fix this issue? Is that seriously all I... Are you forking kidding me?
Ah! Ah!
Bullshit little game. Fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Now you're gonna stop being a little brat?
Aura says, not me. I'm barely gonna be the drinking age. Fair. I remember that time in my life. I was in the military.
Ah, yes, 15.
Right?
Honey. Honey, no.
So MK, I ran up to Tony and I gave him 2 cooked chickens and he threw a bunch of eggs at me.
You deserved it.
It was kind of hilarious.
Good. He's good at that. My hydrogen tank is getting pretty full. I'm a little concerned about that.
Oh god. Ah!
What's happening? What's going on?
I gave him cooked eggs. And he's throwing the eggs around and he created a baby chicken. And he just... Oh god, he hit one of the chickens and now it's going crazy.
Yeah, they do that.
Friendly fire! So, the mad science. Okay, so what was wrong with it?
There was like this thing and it was facing the wrong direction. That's literally it. It's just a rat. I just drowned the world and I didn't mean to. I was trying to do this and hold on, let me just figure out where my water source blocks are so that I can get rid of them. No, that's what I wanted. Why are you making... I'm just destroyed. It's fine. Everything's fine. I got this. I can make it. I can do this.
Thanks, fine.
Everything's fine.
Thanks.
Everything is
Nothing's fine.
fine. Everything is... I got this. I got this. I got it. I got it. I got this. I super got it.
I got that one.
Yeah. And so basically, because I have water source blocks in this room and also liquid extraction cables, the issue got a little bit expanded. But it is currently taken care of. And everything's fine. So see? Everything is just... yeah. Thanks. Hey look, I have a tiny little door directly to my mad science lab.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I saw that. So where's the magic? So the magic room is up here. That's the potion thing, the brewing stand.
I have one potion brewing stand. I've actually got an automatic potion brewer as well, but I haven't quite figured out how to make it work the way I want it to. So for now, it's just the way it is.
This is our enchanting table with all of the books and shit that draw power to this. And there's a chest here with all of the piece lazuli you're supposed to use. And the book always faces you, no matter where you are. And yeah.
Hey, it's like 1 a.m.
That is true. It is time to go, unfortunately.
Yeah. Sorry, friends. But it was lovely hanging out with you.
Indeed, in a very cubic world.
Indeed.
That we built from scratch. So.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock here. We're...
Yes, but I am...
But, yeah, MK is on the East Coast, so it's 1 o'clock for...
And I have spent most of my day, and by most of, I mean all of my day, doing a lot of homework.
Indeed.
So Keeper has no brain box no more.
What's left of mine is quickly fading thanks to my 5-year-old. So, but anyway, we are going to go ahead and call it a night. We will be back on Monday. At least Noel and I will, for Remnants of Carpoy. And then Tuesday is episode 17, which is still an as yet
Nope.
to be named. This Tuesday?
No, Tuesday's a live one shot.
That's right. So we're doing a live one shot this Tuesday.
For Halloween!
It's a little late for Halloween, but yes, we are doing a Halloween one shot. So I'm kind of curious what spooky ass shit that MK has in store for us.
Actually, it's gonna be Halloween Town themed.
Ooh. Okay. So I gotta plan a character for that.
Yep.
But yeah. So we'll be back on Tuesday with a special Halloween episode of UST, and yeah, and then of course metagaming on Wednesday. So we'll see all of you then. We hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend and a great rest of your week. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
See you.
Bye.